Thanks a lot for the patience, everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of Freshly Baked at Legality. I'm Shubhesh Kanodia, product marketer at Legality, and with me today I have Rachna, who's the product owner for the feature we're going to show you today. But first, sort of for the ones who are joining us for the first time today, I wanted to touch upon what Freshly Baked at Legality is. Uh, and it's like a seat to witness everything new at Legality, and you'll see it firsthand how it changes the future of digital documentation. And we're not just going to showcase these features. What we want to do with these things, or rather these showcases, we want to delve deeper into how these features can help you unlock greater efficiencies in your paperwork flows, or how you can get better ROIs for your unique use cases using these features. So that's also very relevant to something that we want to show you today, which sort of is like a good segue for me to get into our agenda for today, which is the Leegality Salesforce plugin. And Salesforce it needs no introduction, right? Like, it's the number one CRM in the world. And as you can see from the stats on my slide, uh, it tells you a story, right? It tells you a story of how high adoption it has in the BFSI sector of not just India, globally. In fact, there are the biggest banks in India are using Salesforce, from what we found out while we were speaking to a lot of our clients. And I see some of them are even on this call today. So, yeah, I'm quite excited to show you how this plugin works, what it is, and you know, what it can do for you. But before that, let's just see how people are using Salesforce. And uh, most companies, they're using it across different teams, their different departments, different use cases. And what you see on the screen is just like an illustrative example of different clouds people are using on Salesforce, and the kind of agreements they're executing using those clouds via Salesforce. But today what's happening is it's being executed in four ways majorly. And honestly, like, none of them is ideal. Like, even Leegality is being used in a couple of these ways. I'll come to it later. And but I want you to know, like, this is not good enough, and that's why we sort of built this particular plugin. But let's look into why this is not good enough first. So first is like physical paperwork, right? And I don't really have to tell you. Legality talks about why physical paperwork sucks every second day. We talk about how bad it is and how it drains your productivity, how it increases your TAT, how it is prone to manual errors, how it can, even uh, put your key legal rights at risk, because just physical paper is, it's so easy to destroy. And I don't even want to get into how terrible it is in terms of customer experience, and how bad it is for the environment. So physical paper, it's not working for anyone. Second way, which is like a very common way people are using Salesforce to do paperwork, is integrating their digital tools with Salesforce to do this particular paperwork way. And some the people I was talking about, the clients who are on this call, they have integrated Leegality on their own with Salesforce. While this makes document journey very seamless, but it still comes at a cost, because any API integration, if you think about it, it requires it requires high tech team bandwidth, and it takes weeks before you can go live and actually start executing your documents and showing ROI of the digital journey that you want to adopt. And every time you want to sort of add a new use case or go live with a new workflow, you have to do this integration all over again. So if you want to, let's say tomorrow, you have a new use case, you can't just go live with it tomorrow itself. You will need to sort of get Leegality, then integrate it with Salesforce, and then start doing your paperwork, which will still take a few days. And you know redoing these integrations again and again, it didn't make a lot of sense to us. But moving on to the next way people are using doing paperwork rather on Salesforce, which is like they're just using two different dashboards, one to manage their paperwork and one to manage their leads and data on Salesforce. And this is not ideal, because you have to do reconciliation at the end of the day. uh, and there's always like scope for error in that, and any error in that can seriously put you at risk, in terms of let's say, for example, on a Salesforce I've sent out a document, but I can't see that what's happening with this document on Salesforce. So I have to go back to legality dashboard. I will check in legality what's the status of this document, and by the time I'm able to figure out what's going on, it takes a lot of time, and a lot of that has gone. Just figuring out what's happening between the two dashboards. I've not even spoken to my customer and checked like why aren't they, if there's a delay, why is there a delay, why aren't they signing or anything else. I'm just sitting in front of two dashboards and wasting a lot of my time just checking one dashboard and then ensuring it is reflecting the correct status in the second dashboard. And it drained a lot of profits and led to a lot of errors because sometimes data was updated in one dashboard, sometimes it was updated in the other dashboard. So people have to, just continuously juggle between the two dashboards. And moving on to another way, which is just using a standard eSign tool plugin, which I would say like most eSign tools out there, they're not compliant with the IT Act of India, and moreover, they don't offer digital stamping at all inside Salesforce. Like all in all, neither of these four ways was an ideal solution, and that's why we're launching Leegality plugin for Salesforce. It's a plug and play solution that you can install and go live with digital paperwork in no time at all. And we're going to show you how easy it is actually to go live with it in a few minutes. Uh, and you can actually see for yourself, like by the time Rachna will be sending me the document e-sign invite, it will just take her a few minutes. So yeah, with that, I would now like to invite Rachna to show us how it works. Over to you, Rachna.
Thank you so much, Suresh. Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible and my screen is visible as I share it now.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, first, I'm going to show you the prerequisites of using the plug and play solution. First and foremost, I'm logged in into my Leegality Sandbox account where I have workflows created. One is a template based workflow, and one is a PDF based workflow. The template based workflow has an NDA. So let's just try to understand how this NDA will be signed via Salesforce. Now, these are my workflows, and I am logged in here with my sandbox credentials. I'll try to connect this particular account with my Salesforce account. So I'm going to log in into my Salesforce admin account first. So while I log in into my Salesforce admin account, the idea is to basically connect the Salesforce admin account to Legality's admin account and bring in the workflows that we have created over there. So here in the setup, I'll quickly try to find the Leegality plugin. It's right here. It's Leegality for Salesforce. So as an admin, I'll connect my account. It says connect your account, and I can either connect my production account or I can connect my sandbox. So for now, I'll connect my sandbox account. Just a moment, I'll just try connecting using OTP instead. So we are through. I've connected this particular account where I had created the workflows with my Salesforce account. Let's see if all the workflows that I'd created in Legality have been imported to Salesforce. They have been. We had created NDA and MSA, one PDF and one template based workflow. So importing these workflows happens every time. So if I make any updates in the Legality workflows, the changes will reflect here in the real time. Now, I'll just show you how this workflow data can be linked to Salesforce data so that I don't have to fill in the information manually. So I want to connect this NDA to my leads module so that all the data from the leads can get auto input whenever this workflow is being run by any of my team members via Salesforce. Um so this here, what I'm doing is I'm mapping the fields. I'm defining that agreement date should be picked up from uh, agreement date of Salesforce. Client's name should be the first name picked up from Salesforce. So on and so forth. For all of the fields, the client's CIN should be picked up from the similar field which exists in the Salesforce.
And Rachna, could you confirm this is like one-time activity? It doesn't need to be done every time you're running the workflow.
Yeah, that's correct. This is just one time activity, which is expected by the admin or anyone who uh, has the idea of where the data should flow in from. So just in interest of everyone's time, I had configured these invitees beforehand. However, you can configure them at the runtime as well. So I've configured a reviewer, I've configured an Aadhaar signature, and I've configured an automated virtual signature, and I'm going to activate the workflow. So this is the confirmation. As an admin, I can allow my team members or colleagues to edit the information, or whatever data is being infused from the fields which I just mapped, I can let it be, and I can let the senders not edit it at all as well. So for now, I'm going to say I don't want to allow and see how it works. So the workflow has been activated successfully. Now, as an admin, I have activated the workflow. Let's see how, as a sender, I can use this workflow to send documents via Salesforce now. I'm going to log out as an admin from Salesforce, and I'm going to log in here. So, for example, there is a active lead whom I really want that to sign an NDA right away. So, what I'll do here is I'll go to my leads. So here are the bunch of leads lying in my account, and uh, let's assume we want to Tushar to sign the NDA right away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trigger new document. I click on trigger new document button. I select the workflow I want to pick up. I've chosen NDA, and now if you see, I don't have the edit permission. It saves my time as a sender. The data is auto populated. It's directly coming from the mapping that my admin had done for me. So makes my life easier. I can just verify it once. If the office address is fine, if the name of the company is fine, everything is fine. And I just take a look at the people who are going to sign, the reviewer, the Aadhaari signer, and the automated virtual signer. and send the document for signing. So the document has been successfully sent for signing. Now I am supposed to be the reviewer, so I'll just check my inbox if I have received a invite. So if you see, I've received an invite to review this document.
So here the reviewer flow will work the same way as any other reviewer flow works. I just wanted to uh, attract your attention to one thing. Uh, we've been showing this demo for 7 minutes. In 7 minutes, we have linked our legality account, activated workflows, and even sent out the invite. And as I said, like it's that easy. It will take you literally no time to get started on this and start executing documents. Within 10 minutes, you can send out your first document if you're ready with your workflows.
Right. So I have approved the document, and the moment I approve the document, it will be reflected in Salesforce in real time. Let's just check. So if you see, the status has changed from active to approved, and it also gives me details like what time. I just approved it at 5:19. So now, Shubhesh, can you share your screen and check if you have received the invite to sign the document?
Sure,
I had configured a WhatsApp invite for you, so just check your WhatsApp.
sure. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
Great. Yeah, so as you can see, I've received this invite on WhatsApp. I'll just click on eSign now. This is my NDA. Uh, Technically, if I want, I can change the interface language also if I want to, but I'm comfortable with English, so I'll just proceed. I want to do Aadhaar eSign. Is that fine?
Yeah, perfect.
And I'll do OTP on phone because I don't have a biometric or iris device right now. I'll just give my eSign consent. Now I'll give consent on the NSDL portal, enter my Aadhaar number, and click on send OTP. Yeah, just give me a second. I'll check for OTP.
So just to add here, you can leverage any of the workflow capabilities through this. There is no bar on that. If you wanted a verification of gender or anything else, or you wanted different type of e-sign to be configured via workflow, that seamlessly works with Salesforce.
Amazing. So yeah, I've signed my document, and yeah, I've also got an update that it's been completed.
Perfect.
Audit trail and the signed document. Do you want me to show the audit trail or signed document, or do you actually let's see that in Salesforce? Over
Yeah,
back to Rachna.
cool. Let's just check if that has been updated here in the real time. So now I'm going to log in as a sender and just quickly check uh, the update on the document. So I had
Vaishnav, why don't you check the completed folder?
sure.
So while Rachna is showing you
Yeah.
the completed document, we had a question from Kaushik, which and he's asking like, if is this just for approvals or can this also be used for signing documents? Just to answer your question, Kaushik, I've also sent you a written answer for this, but yeah, you can use it for signing documents. In fact, that's the primary use case for this particular plugin.
Right. So, like it's visible on Salesforce, we received the update that the document has been signed. It was signed using Aadhaar e-sign and with the date and the timestamp in place. And the third one was virtual automated sign. So, this also has been done right after it because it was an automated sign, uh, pre-configured virtual automated sign. So, it was done at 5:21 p.m. So, the document is now signed, and I can download the signed document here, and I can also download the audit trail, and uh, I can show you how does the signed document look like. So we had configured these custom coordinates, so you can see the document is signed here, and so here is the audit trail which I just fetched from Salesforce itself.
So Rachna, once people go live with this particular plugin and they've installed this within their Salesforce, on a regular basis for users. I'm talking about just legality users who are running workflow every day for our clients. Would such people have to go back to dashboard at all, or can they do everything right in their Salesforce dashboard?
No, they need not go back to legalities dashboard at all. They can see the status of the document right here, fetch the signed document from here, also see what time the document was signed. Their documents are stored here. So, this is something I was just about to show, that all your documents that you have sent in the past will be visible right here. So we have this all documents page where you can see the documents you have sent so far, the documents that are completed. That means they've been signed by all the configured signees. You see the received documents. You also see the draft, and you also see the expired documents right here. So it saves a lot of time for your team members, so they don't have to do the to and fro. And if you're stuck anywhere, we also have a help and support page wherein you can directly reach out and understand how to debug if anything has gone wrong.
Great. I think we have a hand raised by Ankit. Ankit, I've given you mic access, so do you want to ask your question?
Yeah, Suresh, Ankit Pal here. I just
Okay.
wanted to ask, like, uh, you said that we can use this legality for signing the documents. So my question is, can we use that like to conditionally signing the pages? Like, say if I have 10 pages in a document and I want to put the signatures only on 5 pages. So is there any standard?
No, no, you can use it, use legality that way. Like where you want signatures in a document is up to you. If you want on 5 pages, you can do it. If you want on 2 pages, you can. Rachna, while you have sandbox open only, do you want to show custom coordinates?
Yeah, sure. Let me just show that. So the feature you just spoke about, Ankit, we call it custom coordinates, wherein you can decide where the signature should appear. So, like you said, you don't want it, uh, say, on the second page, right? So you can just place it on the first page, and it'll appear only on the first page. So this feature allows you to decide on which page and where exactly the signature should appear. So wherever you see I'm leaving this stamp impression, there all the signature will appear. And if I just remove it, it won't appear in this place. I hope that answers. Or you want me to sign and show you the document? That also can be done. But let me know.
No, I understood. That answers my question. Thank you.
Sure. I'll just share my screen again then. Yeah. So like I hope it gave you all a good idea as to how it works. But we also have another question, so let's just first look at that and then move ahead. I'm not too sure who sent this because it says anonymous attendee. But is there any option for Salesforce users to download the document, not just the mapping details that was shown, for verifying the details before initiating eSign in scenarios where we are not adding a verified leg in the invitation? Uh, Whoever asked this question, do you want to ask this via mic and explain it to us a bit, like what do you mean? We'll move ahead.
I think Subhesh, the question is whether the user can verify the document and see the document and whether it's correct or not, right? So the answer to that question is that there are two kinds of flows. If there is a PDF based flow where a is being uploaded to eSign, then the user will be uploading that document directly from Salesforce or from their local system, in which case they can definitely check the document then and there. Otherwise, the admin is creating a template, right? That is the other way in which you can create a document on legality. So in a template flow, when you create a workflow, that is when you will need to check the document, right? So as such, to see the document itself, the admin will need to revisit the workflow and check the details there. Otherwise, for all the variable fields that are being populated in the agreement from Salesforce, those are visible inside Salesforce itself, right? So maybe we can show that again on screen share, Rachna. Uh, so whenever you send a document, there is a final step where you are able to see all the parameters that you have configured. So you'll be able to sort of check that once before you send it out.
Right. Let me just share my screen and show you the review page. We can also kind of do it via this PDF based workflow. The previous one we did was using template based workflow. So I'll just map this workflow for you and also show you how you can review everything before sending out the document. So we have this review step for both the admin and the sender. As an admin also, I can review the mapping, I can review the invitee data, and I can edit anything I want before activating the workflow. Now that I've activated it, let me try to send a document, a PDF document using this workflow. So since this is a PDF based workflow, I'll just upload a PDF, or alternatively I can select PDF from Salesforce as well. Just picking up a PDF from my local system for now. Checking the invitee details, clicking on save and proceed. So this is the review page, sent for signing page, wherein you can see the document fields, what exactly, which PDF have I uploaded, and these are the invitee details. So I can review everything before I send the document. Now that I've sent the document, I can still see the details, to whom all it has been sent for. So rest of the journey is the same. I've been invited to review the document.
That's okay, Rachna. I think we don't need to redo the whole signing journey.
Right.
Actually, we have two more questions. So, first question is, can we send out a new document using Salesforce plugin, or is it only for workflows?
It's only for workflows. You need to have a few workflows configured in your legality, and those workflows are imported. Uh, that's how it works for now.
Okay. And there's another question. From where is it fetching data for invitees?
So basically, I had used one of my leads in Salesforce. There was a lead created called Tushar, and there was some data lying in for that particular lead. It was the lead's email, phone number, company name, all of that. And the data that was populated for that lead got infused into the uh, journey when I wanted to use that particular workflow. So when I selected Tushar as my lead to whom I want to send the NDA, his details, his email, his phone number got auto populated as part of that NDA automatically. So that's how the data mapping is being done. And
And
likewise for the PDF based workflows as well, I uploaded a PDF in real time, but the NVT details could still get infused from Salesforce directly over there.
and just for the sake of everyone on this call, it will work the same way no matter which cloud of Salesforce you use, correct? Whether you use a LOS, LMS, or use their CRM or any cloud.
Also, just wanted to add a point to the first question on whether new documents can be used or different documents can be used every time via Salesforce. So that is also feasible. If you create a PDF based workflow, which is generic in nature, then you can actually use that workflow to upload any kind of document if that kind of flexibility is what is needed for your business requirements, right? So you will necessarily need to create a workflow, but it can be configured in a way where you can upload any kind of PDF document as well.
Okay. Uh, so Kaushik has asked a follow-up to invitee data question. Like there were two more attendees. Where did we get data for them? Uh, just exact exactly the way how Rachna explained for the first invitee. For the other two invitees also, you would get the data in very similar way. Not very similar way, exact same way.
So yeah, just to add on there, while creating the workflow, you can leave that option of configuring the invitee details on the fly, and that time you can do the mapping and data will come in. For the workflows that I showed, I had pre-configured it just to save everyone's time. I'd pre-configured the invitee details, so that's why I did not add my phone number, my email, or Shubhesh's phone number. Uh, at that point in time, but you can configure it at the runtime as well.
Okay. There's another question. Can we merge a P? I think this is more of a general legality question. Tell me if you want to answer this. Can we merge a template and a PDF workflow into a single workflow? The
Yeah, that's possible. Short answer is it is.
Okay. Uh, Madhvika, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name incorrectly, but we would ask your legality BOC to get in touch with you and help you through this. Okay. So I guess we can move ahead. Just give me a second. I'll share my slides again. So yeah, as you saw in the demo, it didn't take a lot of time for us to actually set it up and get started with it, right? And just going back to why I said, that the four current ways of doing paperwork via Salesforce are not working, and just want to show you how this plugin fixes it. So if you remember, these are all the issues that physical paperwork had, but with this plugin, your TAT decreases because you're literally going live in a few minutes and you can start executing your documents. Since it's a digital flow, chances of anyone committing errors is very less, right? There's only limited amount of things that are uh, basically you can control the actions of your users when they're sending out the document with legality because of role-based access. And Again, digital document, it means you can't really damage it. There's no paper, physical paper to get destroyed. And lastly, like, it's great for environment, and uh, I'm sure like everyone prefers digital flows compared to a physical flow. Coming to the cases wherein people are doing their own API integrations and were facing challenges like needing tech team bandwidth and taking days to make integrations, or having to do it all over again if they have a new workflow or a new use case, or if they're expanding the usage of uh, the kind of documents they execute via Legality or any other tool. But with this, like, there's no dependency on tech team, as you saw. Like, we, it's just a product marketer and a product manager, and the two of us just went live with this flow. There was no tech person who was involved. And let's say if you want to, if you have a new use case tomorrow, for example, you're a bank and you only use Legality for opening your account, and tomorrow for your loan verticals also you want to use Legality. You don't have to sit and do integration all over again, which would take you days. You can simply just use this plugin, install it, and start executing next day onwards. Next day is also a stretch. Same day also works if you're ready with your workflows. So yeah, like, it's very easy, as you saw. Takes a couple of clicks. And coming to the next one, which is just using multiple dashboards. Since everything is in a single dashboard, you don't really need to do any reconciliation. Everything will be visible to you in a single dashboard. All the data will be in sync, and everything, you don't need to even go back to Legality dashboard if you install this plugin. As you saw, the document status was visible in the Salesforce. You could see the signed document, you could see the audit trail also in Salesforce. So everything you need will be available to you inside a uh, single dashboard. And lastly, people who are, or companies which are using a standard e-sign tool which may not be compliant with IT Act of India, even they don't need to worry about it, because with this plugin they get entire Legality digital document infrastructure within their Salesforce, which means all their documents are enforceable and are compliant with the IT Act of India. For the first time, we're also it means that for the first time you can also get digital stamping within your Salesforce, which was so far not possible. And yeah, those are like some, I would say, great benefits of actually using Legality with Salesforce. uh, but how do you get started with this? Like, it's a simple four-step process. If you remember, first you have to just install this plugin. Once you install this plugin, you will have to connect your Legality account, the first thing that Rachna did. Then you will have to just do one-time integrations, which was mapping your data, configuring your webhooks, which will again not take you a lot of time. And then once you've linked and imported your workflows, you can start executing your documents. uh, Rachna, do you want to add anything here, in anything else that people might need to get started with this?
No, I think that's pretty much it about the steps. Uh,
Great.
yeah.
Okay. Then just coming to what's the cost for it. So currently we're charging 200 USD, which is roughly for 16.5 K INR for the plugin, which is on top of whatever document execution charges you have for Legality. You can speak to your Legality POC or our sales team, to understand how this works a bit better, and to see actual demo of this on your own. And before I sort of let everyone go, just wanted to cover what's coming with to this plugin in the next phase. Rachna, do you want to talk about these things?
Yeah, sure. Uh, However, we've tried to build the MVP in the best way possible, wherein the admin has a lot of powers. Like you just saw, if as an admin I do the mapping, I I don't leave the room for error for the people who are just sending documents in bulk or sending one document after other. I don't leave any room for error wherein they put in a wrong address or they put in a wrong email or they put in a wrong phone number or anything of that sort, right? While we also give admin an access to see all the documents that have been sent by his team members collectively, fetch the document, complete signing by himself if he wants to. So a lot of such powers are already part of MVP and much more. As part of the next version, we are planning to incorporate NESL um, suite as well. So you'll be able to use that. That's the plan of action. Yeah.
Great. So I think we have another hand raised. Kaushik. Kaushik, I've given you mic access. Do you want to ask your question?
Hello. Yeah, I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, my question was regarding invitees only, which was answered previously. So just wanted to understand, right now, this can work on custom objects as well. For example, we are uh, trying to make some custom solution on Salesforce wherein invitee data is being stored. Will that be will Leegality plugin be able to fetch those details as well? Or it has to be purely lead or contact or account details, the standard objects which Salesforce is giving as of now?
Yeah, so Kaushik, that will work universally with all sorts of objects. We showed you an integration with the leads module just for purposes of demos, but any object that you have on your Salesforce instance will be available in the drop down for you to select from and map it against any legality data field.
Yeah. And the number of invitees depends upon the workflow. If there are five, and so up to five it will take, right? The maximum limit
That's
based
right.
on the maximum limit which we have set.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks
Thanks.
a lot, Kaushik. Uh, I guess with that, we've come to the end of the showcase. And
Hello.
for anyone
Hi.
interested, we do this showcase
Hello.
once every month. Hello. Okay. So yeah, I was saying, like, we do this showcase once every month, and every month we show you whatever is new in legality and what new features either we've launched in that month, or planning to launch. Like last month, we showed our new dashboard, or rather the phase one of our new dashboard. And I'm sure you must have seen in your sandbox a button which says experience the new legality. Similarly, even for next month, we have like quite a good lineup of features that we are planning to showcase to you. So if you want to get updates on that, you can scan this QR code that's on your screen, and you will get all the updates right on your WhatsApp. And if you want, you can even choose email as an option. We have a form which will give you both the options. So yeah, with that, I would like to now open the floor for any questions. So while we wait for questions, yeah, sorry. While we wait for questions, Rachna, is this plugin compatible with any Salesforce edition?
So, just to answer that question, it's compatible with the enterprise edition. It's compatible with unlimited edition of Salesforce. However, if you're using something like a professional edition, or you're using something like a starter essentials or a pro suite plan, in that case you need to get in touch with your Salesforce POC. You might want to buy an API enable feature so that you can like get started right away. But on the bigger plans like enterprise, unlimited, and also on the developer editions, it's just the way it worked in the demo right now.
Great. Thanks a lot for that, Rachna. Just want to give everyone a couple of more minutes and ensure that nobody has any questions. And correct me if I'm wrong, this is currently only available to people via our sales team.
Shubhesh, yes, I think very soon the app will be listed on the Salesforce App Exchange. So when that happens, users will be able to directly download it from the App Exchange App Store, which is expected in a few weeks. But until then, the plugin is live on production. So anybody who wants early access to this can just reach out to our team, and we'll share a link to the plugin which they can use to get started.
And if I'm not wrong, like Salesforce does their own infosec for 3 months, right? On any app that it lists.
Yeah, there is a security review process that is a part of the listing process that we've already been through. And yeah, the app already comes with a SOC 2 certification and ISO 27001 certification. So that there is extensive testing on the security front that's already done for this plugin.
Great. I guess there are no more questions. So I guess we can wind up. Anything, Rachna, you want to say before we wind up?
Yeah, just in case any one of you has any suggestions as to what should be incorporated as part of the next version, please reach out to us. Would be happy to analyze the requests and suggestions.
Rachna, could you drop your email ID in the chat so in case anyone has any suggestions, they can reach out to you then.
Sure, I'll do that.
Great. In case anyone wants to see a custom demo for this plugin, they can reach out to their Leegality POC, or you can just write to us on support@legality.com also, and we'll set up a custom demo for you. That's not an issue. And thanks a lot for joining us today. We'll see you in the next edition. See you all. Bye.